Hi, thanks for tuning back into my channel. I know it's kind of all over the place right now, but I'm exploring different kinds of content and different kinds of videos, and I'm just trying to get into the habit of making videos regularly. So I made one last week, and I'm making one this week, and I have a couple different ideas for the rest of February so that I can make one video a week. This week, I wanted to update my vision board. I've had vision boards for the last couple years. I've done a couple different ones, and I wouldn't say that I update them regularly or religiously, but I thought this would be a good way to continue the trend of setting intentions for 2019 and really starting the year off with some clarity about what I would like to see this year in my life. And maybe it would inspire other people to do vision boards for themselves. I know vision boards are kind of out there for a lot of people, but I've always kind of enjoyed having inspirational quotes be visible to me, in my spaces. And I have done vision boards with like quotes and pictures, with just pictures. And so this time I'm going to show you guys my vision board now. And it's a cork board with just a bunch of different stuff tacked to it. It's very cluttered and very messy. I'm going to insert a picture and I'll just like go over it just so you have an idea of what it was in 2018. And, as 2018 went on, I updated it a little bit. I tried to declutter it. I tried to make it more simple. And I will say that right now it's very word heavy, very written things heavy, which is fine, but I'd like to incorporate pictures because I think that they're a much more immediate association when you see a vision board every day. And I like the idea of vision boards being both motivational and aspirational, if I didn't say that already. So I have a couple quotes and things that I've had on my vision board probably for the last year and a half, maybe even the end of 2017. And then I just have like a yogi tea lotus that I colored in because that's a thing. I'm not going to continue this on the updated version, but I figured I'd show you that it's there. I have attract what you want by being what you want. I think that that's very true. I think that you can attract kindness and lovingness and joy by being kind and loving and joyful. So I might keep this. I have to go through like a prioritization because one thing I'll say, and I'll show you the pictures that I have and the things that I hope to put in the update. I printed the pictures a little bit too big for the size of this vision board. So probably gonna have to trim them a little bit and make things work. But that's one thing. This is a Henry David Thoreau quote. Pursue some path, however narrow and crooked, in which you can walk with love and reverence. And I think that that is indicative of just kind of staying on a path that you feel compelled to, even if it's difficult. And that's been true for many paths that I've taken in my life. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm trying to make changes. So I'm going to show you the vision board now, and I'll explain things. So, all right. So it has a lot of words, and basically, yeah. So I wanted to create more this year, these past couple years. I wanted to dance. I wanted to meditate. I wanted to play. I wanted to laugh. It's really hard pointing at things in the camera that you can like see. Sorry. I wanted to learn. I wanted to love. I wanted to read because I haven't been taking the time to read. And I think I already said sing. And so, oh, and write. Right. I want and need to write more. I also have a thing up here that says NA. I'd like a new apartment. And it says lots of light. And I'll show you the picture that I have in mind for my new apartment. Turn this a little bit more this way so you can see it while I'm talking, and I'll go over the new pictures. Also, this number right now, 217, is my current weight. If you've watched some of my other videos, you would know that I started at 251 and I've lost about between 30 and 35 pounds. And I take them off each time I lose a pound, so it's just a way for me to be motivated. I keep the other ones. That's what these things are for. They hold the ones that I've taken off. I don't have them now because I was afraid I was gonna like lose a bunch and bring. I keep this at work, so I brought this home in my work bag and the other stuff in my work bag, so I didn't want to lose a bunch of this stuff. And like I have a Chinese food fortune cookie fortune, and it says your kind spirit will lead to many new friendships. And I felt that that was something that I wanted to be inspired by. If you want to change it, if you want it to change it. And that's a very important thing to me. You have to incite the change that you want to see in your life. Everything you need is already inside you. I might keep this, but trim it some more. Something fell over in my apartment. I'm sorry. This is it's a quote slash, I think you could say meditation or mantra. Independence on the practice of a path which is an invisible union of method and wisdom. You can transform your impure body, speech, and mind into the pure, exalted body, speech, and mind of a Buddha. And I just found that to be inspiring in wanting to change, your body, speech, and mind into like the best version of yourself. I've crossed out "it is what it is" here and made it is what you make it, because I think that that's important to remember. And then seek what sets your soul on fire is also important, as well as what you think you become, what you attract, you feel, or what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. So just a bunch of random things. And then these are left over from pictures I did try to do, which is like a typewriter for writing and a stack of books for reading. And they're okay, but I think we can do with an upgrade. So now I'm going to talk about what I want to put on it while incorporating some of these elements as well, but just upgrade, glow up, if you will. Okay, I'm back with my now blank vision board, and I'm just going to go over the pictures that I've printed off from the interwebs and talk about the vision that I have for my vision board. So I wanted to use more pictures, and I wanted to focus on different areas of my life. And let's see if I can separate these things so they make a little bit more sense. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. So one of the things I'm focusing on this year is my living space. I like my apartment now, but it is quite expensive, and it's very close to work, but I'd like to find something cheaper, and I'd like to find something with more natural light. And that was one of the things that was on the little post-it that I had. Obviously, I want lots of light. So I printed off pictures representing living spaces that would reflect more of what I envision for my space. And my space, throwback. So I found this picture with a big bay window, and there's a lot of light. There's a guitar, which I'm also hoping seeing this every day will inspire me to practice the guitar. That's something I want to do this year. I talked about it in my goals video. This looks very cozy to me. It looks, there's a lot of light, there's space, and it just looks very homey, and I like that. Then I don't know if I'm going to definitely put this on because I don't know if I'm going to have space, but this to me reflects like a writing space, a place to be kind of creative, and there's also a lot of greenery outside it, and I just really like that. I like when you can see natural elements and just have dedicated spaces to creating, and just having like a little writing nook would be nice if possible, in a new apartment. And then I have two pictures here representing what I'd like to see like in a bedroom space. Wrong hand. Okay. Right now, I live in a studio apartment, so there's no separating my bedroom from my kitchen, dining, living area. But, going forward, I'd like to kind of focus on redecorating my bedroom set and incorporating more red, which is why I chose these specifically. I want to get into sewing, and there's what looks like a hand-sewn quilt in this one. So I thought these were just very inspirational and very indicative of what I want, with a lot of light and just a really comfortable, happy space is what I see here and what I'd like to have on my own. Other areas in my life I want to focus on this year, every year, really, are health and fitness and wellness in general. So I've printed off some pictures. This is actually my picture, and I took it while hiking. And I really enjoyed hiking this past year. I want to do it more this year when it gets warmer. And I love hiking with green cover. Like, it's just so pretty to look through and see the sun shine. And this is just very inspirational to me to keep looking up and keep moving forward. So I thought this would be good to see every day on my vision board. I want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my diet. So I'm putting this on my vision board. Hopefully it'll work, as most other things have not. I want to incorporate more meditation in my life, and this is also representative of being outside more, taking advantage of the good weather when we have it, with hiking and being outside. I want to find opportunities to dance. I'm going to try Zumba. Still haven't yet, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try Zumba. I'm going to try maybe following some dance tutorials on YouTube and just really exploring this form of movement as both exercise and recreation. And then my last health and fitness one, it might seem weird, but I'll explain it. It might still seem weird, but I'll have tried. So this is Ashley Graham. She's a plus size model, and I find her very inspirational because she embraces her curves, but she also talks about wellness and health and fitness and working out and appreciating what her body can do, and how exercise like makes her body feel, or makes her feel good about her body rather than like using it for, punishment or whatnot. And I think that's really great. That's kind of like where I'd ultimately like to be, is where I see fitness as, something I enjoy, something I find therapeutic and enjoyable, but it's good for me. And also just this acceptance of my body where it is, no matter where it is, while still aspiring to be a healthier version of myself. So also I really like this white bikini. So goals, body goals. And then I have this one, and this to me represents collaboration. So I would like to find work opportunities in the new year where I get to collaborate and work with other people and be creative, whether that's in my job now or in outside work opportunities. I just want to keep that in mind as I go forward, because I think that collaboration is something that I really enjoy and I really thrive with. So that's important to me. And then finally, I want a new car. I currently don't have a car, so any car would be a new car, but I would like an SUV because I live in upstate New York and it's very snowy. So this is very aspirational, but it's something to keep on my mind, and I'm going to envision it and set that intention, and hopefully it will come to fruition. So, final thing. So I have this fabric that I'm actually thinking about covering the vision board with, and this is both decorative and aspirational because I want to get back into sewing. I have a sewing machine. I don't know how to sew very well, but I have hand sewn things, and I want to use my sewing machine possibly to make some blankets / quilts and maybe even make clothes this year. There's a lot I can learn. There's so many good sources. Let me stop waving this around. And those are the things that I want to put on the vision board. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you the finished product at the end. Thanks. Okay, we are back with the finished product, and I have to say I'm really happy with how it turned out. Don't mind my hair. It is what it is. It's not it is what it is. It's what you make it. Anyway, I didn't keep that quote on my vision board, but I kept some words and I kept a quote. And I'm really excited with how this looks. I'll go through explaining it a little bit. So the fabric turned out really great. I'm really happy with how that looks. And then I actually didn't have to trim the pictures at all, which was amazing. It was like perfect. And I ended up with some extra tacks as well. So I kept everything you need is already inside you. I put meditation in, the center, because I think that that's something that's really going to help me this year, is just getting clarity and peace and being still. And I think it'll really help me. I may not have explained that 150 is my ultimate goal weight. And I also have had love and laugh on my board before, and I'd like to keep those through the rest of 2019 as well. I've been doing focusing more on love and laughter in the first few months of 2019, and I think it's going pretty well. So it's exciting. These are all the pounds I've already lost and the pounds I have to lose, and it's nice seeing how far I've come and what is, not motivating. It's annoying sometimes to see how far I have left to go to get where I want to be, but I think through focusing on the things that I want to achieve and have and be and feel, I think we'll get there. And as always, if you want it to change, change it. We got this. Thanks for watching.